What's up, guys? I hope everyone's having a beautiful morning. It is Friday, the beginning of the weekend, and we have some stuff going down today. So let's all be careful, right? Because today is something we have to be careful about. There's a lot of news. I will go over in just 1 minute. I'm just getting set up real quick. I literally just went for a cumulative delta play right here, guys, for a quick 100. I tried to get in on my algo alert here. It did hit the first take profit level, but I kind of got out of break even because I saw some momentum loss. I got worried a little bit. I guess my head's not in the game too much, so I am going to be careful. I'm not going to be trying to force anything today. Like, the dome is already thin. It's been really thin in the pre-market. Good morning, Chris. Hope you're doing well, man. What's up, Sergio? Good morning. Yeah, guys, definitely be careful today. We have a lot going on. It's like very, it's Friday, Funky Fridays. We know the drill. Number two, obviously, 5 things that CMB tells us for pre-market, things to look forward for. I'm just going to go over them real quick. Obviously, overnight, the stocks did take a little dip because obviously, if you paid attention to the news a little bit, Trump tweeted, hey, him and the First Lady got tested for COVID, so they're going to be quarantining right now. That's one major thing. Another thing is that, the jobs slowed down. Like, hiring slowed down. That's a big thing. Right before elections, too, they've been trying to pump it up as much as possible, but there's nothing they can do about it now, right? Two, the House passes a $2.2 trillion bill for the coronavirus stimulus plan, but obviously it still has to get passed by the Senate. That's a big issue because the Senate doesn't really want to do it. The House obviously been pushing for it for a while. I'm glad they finally made a decision. And guys, Amazon also says nearly 20,000 workers tested positive for COVID-19. So please be careful out there, guys. I know everyone gets stuff from Amazon. I know my brother orders stuff from there all the time, and he gets one package like every couple of days. Like, I see it all the time. And just be safe, guys. Clean your packages up, or just let them sit for a while, for a couple of days before you do anything with it. Just be careful. It can spread through the mail. I have heard that, so nothing wrong with just cleaning the box before you open it. Pours the stuff inside of it, right? Because they have to put it inside the box. So I don't know how Amazon fulfillment centers are and how clean they are, right? You never know. So it's better to be safe than sorry. So those are the things we're watching out for. It's gonna be interesting because the president having the coronavirus is a big deal because he's been pushing, saying, "Oh, it's not a thing. You don't have to really worry about it." All this. So yeah, man. It's gonna really awaken a lot of people up because they can finally realize that, hey, this is a real thing. Because they were like, oh, because the president's been saying it the whole time. He's like, it's a hoax, right? And he ends up getting it. So it's like, let's see. I really hope that this really brings light to people's eyes and say like, hey, I really got to protect myself out there and be careful. I don't want anybody's family to go through that, man. That's horrible. I feel like if you're living in America right now, you probably know at least one person or know somebody that knows a person that has gotten coronavirus because that's how much it's been spreading. Like, right now we have a V pattern coming, but guys, be careful right now too, right? With the morning. This is the same situation from yesterday, right? Nice big dump, and then we just start ranging up and down, up and down, up and down. So unless it can break through this pivot high and then push through, then we might see a trend to the upside. But I'm kind of that'll be really weird if to get a trend to the upside today. Might be because of the hopes for the stimulus plan, because that does help a lot of companies out, can boost the economy, yes. But with the president being in limbo at the moment, you never know. Um, you got to be careful because Trump's administration has been playing an effect on the market just with the way he talks about it and everything. His tweets have made a difference in the marketplace sometimes. So it's very important to understand that he has put his little pressure on it. But looking at a dome, you can easily tell right now sellers are in control. They want to push this down. Let's see buyers who can really push through. Not too many orders piling up, guys, so be very careful. I went for a Delta scalp play right here for a quick 100 right before the market opened. I got in at like 9:15, sorry, 9:20. Got out 9:25 because I knew it was going to be before the 9:30 candle, so I was okay with it. This thing is just pumping up at the moment. I guess there's just a lot of market orders just coming in because, like, looking at the dome, I don't see orders piling up. I see orders just moving. So let's see. I'm going for a Hail Mary shot. Be careful. Yeah, Trump does have corona. Be careful, guys. Good morning, Dragon. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird day. My thing was, I got in pre-market because I wanted to get in on this alert right here. It hit level 1. I honestly just took it out right here when I saw it trying to pull back because I thought, okay, maybe we're still ranging again because I got worried. We had that range pattern, right? Drop, slow pivot, boom. So I was like, okay, maybe I should get out because ranges have burned me yesterday. So I kind of took it out, but it did hit level 1, which was like 700 in profit. But obviously I didn't get that 700. I missed out on it, and I got a little delta move right here on this candle for like a quick 100. I might be going for scalps today instead of trying to hold these. Today it just might be a weird day, guys. Yeah, man, we all know that Fridays are crazy, right? We've seen it happen every time. You guys seen the live streams on Fridays, you see that the markets kind of go haywire. It's very important to be careful. I did get a new setup on my desk. I added another screen, so now I have 4 screens. So if you ever see me like looking up, I'm not looking at my ceiling. I'm just looking at the screen up here. Um, but yeah. Dragon, if your target's hit, man, that's all that matters, right? Because in the long run, that's what really matters. We get caught up in, oh, I could have made this, I could have made this, and we just mess up our own head. It's like, oh, maybe I should wait this time. That's not the game plan. If your game plan is to go for those big plays, then that's your game plan. But if your game plan is to scalp, you're only focusing on scalping. Yeah, so I have 27-inch screens right now. I have 4 of them. I wish I could like turn my camera around, but it's kind of like mounted onto the thing right now. So maybe I'll take a picture of everything and just post it on the Discord so you guys can see the setup. Yeah, man, if you're using your 42-inch monitor, your TV as monitor, that works too. You can fit a lot in there. Am I an Apple user? I mean, I love all their tech, like their iPad, iPhone. I just bought an Apple Watch. I'm still waiting for that to come in, but for the for the desktop, I use my brother built me a custom computer, so I use that. But Apple products, oh man, they're always so. Yeah, man, you really can't. The only thing I like is like I still like PC computers though. That's the one thing. I guess I always grew up with a PC computer, but I love Apple's like iPhone, all that stuff, all their gadgets. But I might end up switching to a MacBook after my laptop dies. But I never use my laptop anymore. Like after college, I really haven't used my laptop ever. Except for, like, if I'm trading, I'm like I have this whole setup computer, this whole nice setup. It's like I don't really need much. I like sitting at the desk now. I don't think I'm ever gonna get like the Mac desktop just because I like the way the PC does everything. I can have multiple things. Like I can, it's set up. I just know the process, right? But I might get if I have to get a new laptop, which probably I won't. Um, I'll end up getting MacBook. We'll see. I'm still just waiting for my Apple Watch to come in for the new one, and I'm in like next week. Chris, you're leaving already? Have a good weekend, man. This thing is pumping up like crazy at the moment. I really wasn't expecting a pump up. Might just be a fake out, so I'd be very careful. Yeah, man. Like once it really is hard to like adjust everything else. Like the only reason I even want a MacBook is just because like I can text from the laptop. I feel like that's like the best feature. And these guys are just pushing through all the sellers. This is interesting. Super interesting. Trailblazer, that's good, man. Oh, might be a nice little W. Right? Push down, range, push right back up. That's interesting though. With all this news, if we're still trying to pump up like that, that is very. I gotta be skeptical there, right? Yeah, man, I'm scared too. Like my normal economic analysis would just be like, hey, this should be dumping right now. But obviously, ever since like March, all this news never makes sense anymore. It's like, oh, you think one thing's supposed to happen because obviously common sense and logic, but guess what the market does? The exact opposite. I'm like, what the hell? I will be careful. I think I might just end up going for scalps unless I see the markets finally slow down a little bit and start trending. But I just went for that cumulo delta scalp, like I said right here. Nice flip, boom, get in, got that 1 point. And then now I'm gonna wait for another one. Maybe if it can come down, because it has a potential to just start ranging, right? And going for scalps in the range is perfect. And yeah, that's what we're gonna see. It just hit the 200 EMA, broke through our resistance level here, and we're gonna see if it can push up to the resistance level up here, and then finally maybe push down, because it did break through this real fast. It will be an interesting turn of events for Friday. That's why I'm telling everyone, just be careful today. I don't care what you're investing into, but just be careful. Make sure your stops are good. Make sure your analysis is on point today. If you do get into any trades, because I don't know, for my gut feeling, it's just like I don't want to trust this. I'm really hoping we can see some sellers soon. Jobs, like the hiring has slowed down. Everything's slowed down. Like, and all I see on like Instagram now is like all the Trump memes or like the Simpsons like predictions, right? Like the Simpsons are gonna predict it yet again. I don't know if you guys follow that or not, but like the Simpsons have predicted a good amount of things that happened. They did it very early. It's like, oh, Trump becomes president, and they say Trump like unexpectedly passes away and whatnot. Like we'll see what happens. That's literally all I saw on my Instagram feed, man. Like I just saw the Simpsons picture of him being in a casket, and I was like, okay, we'll see what happens, I guess. And there's like apparently like a lot of theories saying that oh he's just lying about this just so that he can avoid going to the debate because pretty much like the polls weren't in his favor and they were in Biden's favor and everything just because the way he was acting at the debate where how he's just yelling at him for no reason like interrupting everybody and then going after his like personal family matters. So it's like a lot of people got he got a lot of hate for that because obviously that's messed up. Don't go after their family. Like especially when you don't know their whole story, right? Like what that kid's been through. That kid, his kid's been through a lot, man. Pretty much most of his family passed away like in front of him, right? Throughout the years, like that's very hard to deal with. So they're making like conspiracy theories saying like, hey, like he's just like trying to avoid the debate and push it off. But we'll see what happens. We don't know if it's true, if it's not true. Yeah, there, Dragon. There are still stimulus talks. The House passed it. We just need the Senate to approve it. But the Senate is more picky about that because they don't really want to approve it. So we'll have to see what happens. Like I think that extra check will help out a lot of people, but in the long term, how did it just refresh like that? I've never seen my TradeAway platform ever refresh like that. Um, but yeah, like I mean, we're gonna have to see. I kind of forgot what I was saying because like I got weirded out by the fact this thing just refreshed. I've never seen it refresh like that before. But yeah, for today, I think what I'm gonna be planning on doing is going for these delta scalps, waiting for those green and red bars to pop up on the delta, and then going for a quick 1 point off of them. And yeah, I mean, if I get an alert, I will go for it. If we can get a nice sell alert here, oh, I would love to take that one. Right now, I'm really hoping that hey, it struggles with the 200 EMA and then starts to push down. I'm honestly very surprised that it pumped up like this to begin with. Maybe with all this news, gold might be acting up. Let's see. Hmm, gold is falling. Those are slightly getting weaker. That Again, this is just our morning range, right? Pretty big range. Could go back and forth inside of it. We'll see if we can break through and hold above, then that's when we might see big pushes to the upside. If not, we're probably coming down. We get some sellers to step in. I mean, if this can be a nice strong candle, then I might get in for another scalp here. But we will see. The price can break below the previous two candles and hold, and I would consider scalping off of that candle, but still waiting for delta. Look at that, we're at 93 subscribers. Need 7 more. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. I know some of you guys are watching, but just don't hit that subscribe button, so please do. Help me out a lot. And hit that like button if you have that time right now. You know, make it nice and blue, right? I think it looks a lot better being blue than gray. Oh, strong sellers from the... I don't see Delta popping up or anything yet. Yeah, Mustafa almost hitting that 100 subs. I'm excited. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I wish I got a million by next week, man. That would be... I don't even know how I'd react to that. That would be pretty insane, but I know that's not really realistic, right? I need to go viral for doing something. Yeah, I need the stimulus plan for my YouTube account, right? Get Powell to start printing subscribers. I'm trying to see if I can catch a nice delta move, because then it could just, since we are ranging, do have that confidence that we can make a nice move downwards too. I'm just going for a quick scalp because that's how I trade the delta. Um, making those nice moves, nice waves. It's like prices starting to like, consolidate in this area, trying to create new volume highs. Still trying to build up, but has a long way to go. So we're gonna see how it reacts. Again, this is a 200 EMA, so it's gonna be bouncing back and forth, obviously. Bounced off there. Could we could try to go for a bounce play off of our key level, right? Yep, it is pumping. I don't know where these buyers are coming from. Yeah, someone definitely knows something, right? If it's pumping like this, like that person isn't me today. I don't know why it's pumping up. It goes against like all of my analysis and like just understanding economic conditions, right? But that's why you really can't make an opinion in the market. You just have to see what's happening and go with the flow. I might try for this, to be honest. Nice quick bounce play off of our level. If it's gonna make a rapid movement, some sellers do have to step in. Some sellers are finally starting to step into the market. I like seeing that. So let's see. Can we push up to 33, 52, 50? Go for a little short, quick scalp off of the bounce. Could be a pretty quick play in my opinion. I also do want to go for a delta move here, but since we have our key level up here, I kind of just want to go for the bounce off of the key level. Morning, Mandich. Let's see if we can get a quick scalp bounce. Kinda hesitant about this now. Kinda see more selling support coming in, but I think we should be good for that 1 point.
Order filled.
On it. Don't hit and no fill me.
Order filled.
There we go. Another quick scalp off of that key level. Right. Obviously, longest trade's 13 minutes because I was in that trade pre-market. I took it out for break even. And I just took 2 quick scalps for 1 point and 1 point. So we have 200 for now. We're gonna see if we can find anything else. Obviously, we could have won for this delta play, but I was already in for this one, so I just didn't want to have it back to back. Get the orders get confusing. Thank you, Dragon. What I noticed actually is that if you're able to be really patient and give time to the markets, like if you were to like a 9 to 5, right? You could make $100 an hour. If you diligently wait for the setups to come and you're watching and make $100 an hour. But we like trading the morning session and getting everything done, so we'll see if we can find good moves. Back to back to back. And what can be done. That's your day? Yeah, play some chess, watch some streams. Yeah, man, the biggest part I've always have to repeat myself with people. Like, I don't mean you. I'm just saying, like in general, right? Everyone thinks that everything needs to come so fast. I'm just like, dude, you really have to wait. That's what 90% of trading is. Literally waiting for your setups. Don't care about what anybody else makes. Like, some days they might have an amazing day, some days they might have a horrible day. It doesn't matter. Worry about yourself and wait for your setups. Yeah, man, some people do work all day for less than $100. Yeah, man, that you can do this just on Delta plays. You just gotta wait. You just gotta be patient for it, right? Because even if I went for the Delta play here, I would have got that 100. We went for the Delta play down here, we got that 100. And they're all quick, right? They're super quick. It's just my time it's gonna show differently just because I was in that algo alert this morning and I took it out for break even because I just saw inconsistency. And I was kind of, I guess my emotions got to me that at that point. Oh, nice! You're from Portugal. Minimum wage is $30 a day, more or less. You can right with that. So everything above that is like a bonus. Okay. Yeah, didn't know that. Learn something new every day. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you do trade futures, then yeah, I guess you do have that leverage, right? That is interesting. And right now, we're pretty much just bouncing off our key level. Let's see if we can make a nice little reversal. I'd love to get in for a down play real quick. But again, gotta be patient, just gonna wait, right? Not forcing anything today. Gotta be very careful today. Hmm. The amount of times I yawn when I'm watching the ES, man. I think it doesn't help that like the weather's like super gloomy by me today. Looks like it's about to rain. I just wish there was like an alert that could happen when the bars are changing, but I know that's not a feature for Tradeovate. That'd be nice. Then I could only look up when it's forming or it happened. That'd be nice. And we're finally, bouncing off of our level, coming down. So we'll see what happens. I'm really just waiting for a little bit of a flip to the downside. Nice little red bar and a delta come in, go for another quick point. I'd be happy with that. Right now, I'm just really just sitting on my hands. Like, I don't know what else to do at the moment because it's like I'm looking into actually building a futures robot that can potentially just trade for me and scalp the market. So that is something I'm working on, but that's a bit more complicated. So that's probably not gonna happen to be finished or even like completed for a long time. Because I want to like automate things. That's what I like doing. So I'm gonna see if I can automate, a little robot to do it. Possibly I'd have to use NinjaTrader for it. That's nice to hear, man. It's nice to hear there's interest already, right? But yeah, I'm looking into it. It's it's very complicated to like automate it completely. So with the algo I built, I can't automate. I have to figure out how I can automate it right? The automation aspect is very different. Building something to indicate and tell you is one thing in itself, and then to automate it and have it, take the profits and put your stop losses immediately, it's a different setup, right? That's why I have it like manual at the moment. No, I will if I do that the robot, like we will do use the back testing software and do it that way first and test like the whole market for like the past couple years, because I don't backtest just for a month or two. I backtest for years to understand, hey, did this actually work throughout time? Because everything that I build is for things that are consistently working for the long term. Because we're in this business for the long term, not just be here for today and be gone for tomorrow. So it will be a long process for sure. We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Some sellers finally stepping in. Sitting around. Even Delta's starting to like go back and forth, right? So I will be patient. All I'm gonna be looking for is a nice little flip to the downside. I will get in on that. But until then, I'm just gonna be sitting here waiting, sitting duck. That's about it, right? And the fact that it's Friday, we gotta be careful. Let's see, let's see. How's everyone's Friday going, man? I want to know. You guys made profits today? Like, what was happening? You're up $45? That's good. As long as you're up. You're battling. Yeah. No trades yet? Okay. Good to be patient, though. You'll find your setups. Don't worry about that. You just gotta wait. Like me, right? I haven't taken any trade in like 30 minutes. Yeah, price is just battling at the moment. I'm not gonna mess with it. I guess since price is just battling back and forth right now, it's not really the best thing to get in. So we're gonna be waiting. Gotta wait for our move, then we get our profits. Thank you, Mandich. I really appreciate that, man. I put a lot of work into designing that website. And yeah, man, I don't want to be one of those guys that's going to be charging like a ridiculous amount. Like even though I know it is worth a good amount to people because you obviously will make your money back on it. But I really just want to build a nice community and a nice tool for people because I know there's a lot of beginners out there. So it's like I want to make something good for the people. Michael, I have seen trades by Matt. He does do the futures trading as well. He is a top step trader as well. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I haven't met him personally or anything, but like, there's a lot of traders out there. Yeah, man. Honestly, honesty is my thing because I've seen the whole reason why I started this whole thing was like before I was just trading by myself, but you know, I just realized like there's been a lot of people just being scammed out, and I was like, you know what, these guys need somebody honest out there and like tell them the truth about stuff, and that's why I started this. Like that was the main purpose behind everything. Like you don't see me pushing the algo out. It's like, oh, you buy this, buy this, buy this. No, it's like it's a tool that's out there, and if you feel like that's something that works for you, by all means, subscribe for it, and I'll set it up for you. But I'm not gonna be one of those like salesy people where it's like I only create videos just to promote them. I'm here to one talk to people, two show them how, give them trading tips and everything, and then on top of that, you know, make sure they're on the right track as well. If I was on YouTube, I had to know every other YouTuber. No, that would be too many people. We should team up and do a stream. I mean, yeah, that would be pretty cool, man. I wouldn't mind doing that. I mean, I think what would be better is honestly just instead of a live stream, we can do like a live Q&A or just live, question and answer, like a little panel, right? Where people can ask us questions and we just like sit there educating people. I think I'd be so down for that. I don't know if you would. My personality, yeah, I would love to teach people. I'd love to help people out. So if everyone wants like a time, like, hey, yo, I want you to sit on live stream just to answer some questions, I'd be like, I'm down for it. Is to help people with like education and stuff. That I would love to do that. But I don't think we can sit there together and trade live together. We do have different trading styles. He trades the volume profile. I trade my algo and then I go for delta scalps. So it's two different things, but it'd be pretty cool to like team up for sure. You know what the algo's win percentage is? Yeah, the algo's win percentage varies from month to month between 75 and about like 83%. So the algo is built on the TradingView platform, so it is available on TradingView. But the cool thing is that you can connect your TradeAvate account to TradingView, so you can trade right on TradingView, and like your brokerage account is linked. So that's like the best part about it. And Michael, if you wanted to check out all the results in the Discord, I created a section right where did I see? Under algo. So I'll show you the Discord right here. Right, if you come down to the Discord on algo, you'll see backtesting results, and you can just click on the Google Doc link, and then you'll be able to see it for the futures, and then for the stocks as well. For stocks, it's all built for swing trading. For futures, obviously 5-minute candles. And he does trade the NQ. Me personally, that's not part of my risk profile. I like the ES. I like the fact that it moves slower. I can think about it. NQ is just like, boom, gone. So if price can break below this 200 EMA and then continue with this delta, then that's something I'd consider. But I don't want to go for something because like I feel like the 200 EMA is just gonna be conflicting, right? So for the delta play, I will most likely not go for it here just because I don't want it to bounce off. It might work out, honestly, by all means, but like for my personality, like I feel like the 200 EMA, I depend on it a lot, so it's like it goes against some of my things. So let's see if it works out in this situation, right? So the low of this candle, guys, is 33.3725. So let's see if we can get 1 point lower. And Michael, let me know what he says. I'm open to it. And right now, I feel like I'm glad that I didn't get in on that. I don't like getting in stuff right around the 200 EMA. It really bothers me with that. See, would we have got? Well, the low of the first delta candle, that delta bar, was 33.3725, right? The low of this candle was 33.36. So at that 1 point, you would have got filled on. But then soon after that started pumping up, but I don't know. I didn't feel like that was worth the risk, right? I'm always about having odds in my favor. So it's like if something's gonna go against me, I'm most likely not gonna get in it, right? Press conference outside the White House. Okay. Let me see if I can get any news on that. I mean, they'll post it. I mean, Chuck, we did drop in pre-market in the overnight session, right? That's when we first got the tweet and news about Trump's getting COVID, and that's when we dropped. Like if I zoom back here, right? Like that's when they knew, and that's why you see a heavy dip back here. Now we're just kind of, after the dip, we're just ranging back and forth and trying to find some support. But yeah, even if you got in on this delta play right here, you would have got that 1 point. It did fill you for 1 point, and it went past that 1 point by a tick. Damn, don't show me my unrealized P&L. No, I mean like this is good because I know there's a lot of people watching that are newer and they message me about the Delta strategy, so it's like I want to make sure that they're in good hands and they understand live examples, right? I'm not gonna just hand pick examples and be like, oh, yeah, this would have worked out perfectly here. This would have worked out perfectly here. I say this stuff live to show you guys, hey, I'm not making any of this up. Like this is real, and you guys can understand it. I'm not waiting 20 minutes after and be like, oh, look at that, it worked out. No, like, there's no point of that. Then I wouldn't be live streaming. and I could just turn into one of those YouTubers, you know, the one that rents a car and be like, "Oh, look at this nice Lambo." But that was a stupid thing I said. But going back to trading, yeah, purely delta. You just go for those 1 points. You're in good hands. Probability is in your favor. For me, I personally just don't take trades off of the 200 EMA too often. And I like to reserve that as like a trend change aspect. And we have been consolidating around that 200 EMA yesterday and a good amount of times lately. So if we didn't get that bounce at the initial touch of the 200 EMA, that means we have to be more careful. Exactly, Dragon. Indicators are just a tool, man. Like once you get that experience and you start seeing how the market's forming, you're like, hey, is this really in my favor or not? Right? And after a while, like after a couple, I mean, depends on the person, right? How quick they learn. Some people it takes a couple months, some people it takes a couple years, but after it gets to their head and they start noticing these patterns, that's when they realize, hey, like at this point, this isn't worth my risk. Like, well, I don't want to risk it here because it's not worth it. I'd rather just wait. And that's why they say like you have to put your like 10,000 hours in something before you become like an expert in it. And the thing with any indicator is like it's always delayed, right? The only fast indicators are price action and your volume. Still in a nice range, and we are getting stuck between our resistance level and our 200 EMA, and that's when we got pretty much crushed yesterday because we tried to get in trades in between that because we saw alerts, and this is when you get false alerts because market starts to just jump back and forth. So it's hard to tell if there's going to be momentum. Yeah, Chuck, I would really love to get away from the 200 EMA as well. That means like we're going to start trending, where prices are going to start moving. But when it's right around the 200 EMA, it does start to consolidate a little bit and starts to struggle unless it just blows through it, which means that there's a monster move coming. But when it's like this, it can go either direction, right? Because it's holding above, but it's not like pushing above. So we might see it come back down before it finally decides to push above. Getting some buyers in again. I don't. Okay, seriously, like, let me just draw this zone out. This is a zone that I plan on not entering a trade in at all. Anything, any indication, I'm not entering in this area. I just don't like it with the volume set up, as well as just our resistance levels bouncing back and forth. It's not the best area for us. I don't care if there is a good move. It's not worth it. I want it to break out, go crush through this or crush down. Like, I don't care, but that's when I'll look for entries. Here, I feel like, me personally, I will get screwed over because this is something that's happened before, right? When we just bounce back and forth between the 200 EMA and one of our key levels. And looking at the volume and the way it's like piling up like that, yeah, I don't like it. Fridays are always tricky days, so we'll be careful about it. Like, we are getting that delta bar right now, right? But I said I'm not taking a trade within this zone, and that's what I'm gonna have to listen to. Again, we missed out on this delta play because, again, it didn't fit my personal profile, right? For some others, this is completely okay. That's completely fine, right? Everyone has their little difference with trading. Like, here we see buyers stepping in, which is cool. But the fact that we're just in this range situation, right? It doesn't really help me out. Why I got in on the previous ones is we were pushing down, boom, in. I like that. Here we were pushing up. I knew like it was a nice little flip coming, and we were ranging back and forth. Here though, it's like just chopping back and forth. High wick candles. So it's like you guys know when I talk, like I say, like I don't like to trade when there's high wicks forming, right? Like you have a doji candle here, like a big doji candle here, high wicks on both sides, high wicks again on both sides. Sellers tried to push, but then nope. Back to back to back. They're just battling, and that's when you get chopped. And when you get chopped, that's when you want to stop. I like that. When you get chopped, you gotta stop. Yeah, I like that. Never said that before, but might make that a thing. But here it's like, hey, selling pressure, coming in, boom, nice quick play. Buyer stepping in, nice delta bar, nice big delta bar, boom, we're in. And this one up here was just, off of the bounce. So my main two scalping strategies are pretty much one, going off of the delta, two, going off of these pivot levels, right? And these are like TradeAvate's pivot levels, right? So if you're using TradeAvate, you guys can set these up. Like I'm not using some magic levels that I'm creating, right? I'm not gonna be like that guy that's like, oh look at this, I have magic levels. No, these are just pivot levels. But the way I use them is what matters, right? Once they get tested too much, I don't like them. I like to go for their first test, or if the price just broke through it completely and it tries to pull back within the same day, that's when I'm okay with going for a reversal play off of the key level. So to show you guys the setup I have for this, right? I took out a lot of the levels. I made it custom to myself after like testing everything out. Let's see where my chart settings. If you go, all you have to do is type in your indicators, go to pivot points, daily 3 levels. Pretty much only have the pivot D turned on, and then all just turn off everything like support 1, support 2, support 3, support resistance 1D, resistance 2D, resistance 3D, and just only have M support 1D, all the bottom ones, because those are higher and stronger levels. And like we know, when the levels are stronger, price fluctuates, and price can break through it still. But what we're doing is we're getting in before it hits that price, so that the minute it does, we get filled. It pulls back a little bit because that's where price will fluctuate, become a key level, right? So that's why we go for a scalp off of that. Sometimes it will be legit to the tick and then reverse completely back down. And then other times it'll just go for that 1 point and you're done. So if you're trying to scalp, that's a nice way of scalping. And again, if you are playing this delta play, I'm not, right? Some of you might be. You are, again, only get in if it crosses the price in this candle, right? The high of that candle was pretty much at 33.4750. And it has to cross in this one candle. It's all about going for quick momentum plays, right? But we are also in the chop, so that's why you got to be careful. Learning how to identify the chop is a very crucial skill to have in the markets, especially with futures. So we'll see how this one plays out, right? Because with scalping, if you're not getting filled in right when you want it to, you have to cancel it, man. So this candle has legit about 20 seconds left, so we can see if price can really push through it, then yeah, we should see a pump up. If not, then you cancel your order, you forget about it, and you look for the next opportunity. Boom, you cancel your order on this one, and it's like nothing ever happened, right? Now you just wait. This is the issue with the chop. This is why I don't like entering when the markets are like high wicks on both sides. That's an easy telltale sign that, hey, sellers and buyers are about to fight. So be careful. And once I see more candles just like that, high wicks on both sides, that just tells me, hey, I got to be careful now. Like the chop is going to start because we get choppy at least once a day or twice a day, right? So before this volatility kicked in, my risk to reward was always like 1 to 1. But due to this volatility and the way the price is reacting, my stop, like the risk for the scalps, is a bit higher. That's why I've been just waiting for my algo alerts and not going for too many scalps. Because that's one thing you have to understand, right? Markets are always changing. You have to adapt with them. So having a set stop isn't always going to work. I know some people are like, oh, I'll just have a 2 point stop loss because that's what I can do. And that's when they start getting burned, especially when markets are volatile like this, right? When even in one single candle, price is moving like 7, 8 points. So it's like your 2 point stop will get taken out. So with the delta, I kind of just have it like I have it at so I'll show you the settings right now. But what I do is I just have it immediately when I place the bracket. Take profit at 1 point, but put your stop loss at 3. But what I do is I manage it so that once I start seeing sellers step in, I start dragging it down. But most times I don't even have time for that because it just fills me in like 20 seconds. But if I see that, hey, it's not really working out, but if it's going on for a little while, then I start moving my stop up to 2 or 1 point, right? That way my risk is always measured and, I'm following my risk management strategy. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons. Like, I have two screens, right? I have TradingView on one and then this on this one because TradingView does not have brackets, and that's the only reason that I'm not fully on TradingView. For stocks and everything, I am, but for futures, I have to stick with this because I love the brackets. Love, absolutely love the brackets. Makes trading so much easier. I have heard about the two-legged pullbacks. I know what's the guy's name, Michael Chin, or I forgot his full name. I'm sorry, but I was interested in that. But then I was just like, for some reason, like I just couldn't see myself doing it. It just didn't fit my trading profile. Yeah, he's good at them because I guess that's the thing he's been practicing for so long. And with the thing with the reading two-legged pullbacks, it's not something you can just learn immediately, right? You have to really like I've been looking for them for so long that it becomes natural and you understand them. So that's the one thing people will have to understand, and they try to. I don't know if he's like selling something or something, but I'm pretty sure he probably is. And I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I think he just stopped. So hopefully we get some peace and quiet before he starts up again. Um, right now we do have the delta pushing up. Again, this is part of our zone that we drew out before. If we can break through completely, then I'd be okay with getting in. But again, when it's in the zone that I drew out, I wasn't gonna get in. That's why I was waiting. No, I don't think he even started blowing yet. I think he was just on the lawnmower. It was just super loud. I was like, this is the worst time. Couldn't you just come like an hour later? But oh well, they gotta do their job. We gotta do ours. Now he's coming around with the trimmer. So if you guys start hearing that, I'll probably just go on mute again. I don't want you guys to hear that. See, the high of this was at 33.52.75. High of this candle. I went by a tick. Because again, we have the double tops, right? He thought somebody was jackhammering. I don't think anyone's jackhammering in the middle of a residential community. If I was in the city, yeah, sure, I would probably hear that a lot. I remember when I was in Philly for a little while, like, it was always like people doing construction and everything, so it was like super annoying. Same thing with like any city area, right? Yeah, a lot of sellers are piling up. Obviously, good thing that we didn't get in here because, again, our key level, we're in that little choppy area. When we get in the choppy area, we don't trade. That's the one thing we have to always remember. Stop and stop. I'm still waiting for a trade, guys. Let's see if anything can happen. And for those 6 people watching that didn't hit that like button, please do hit that like button. I know that noise could have been annoying with the lawnmower, but I apologize for that. That's why I went on mute. But yeah, hit that like button. Make my Friday better. Got one. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I'm legit still waiting to see if we can get a nice delta. Again, we've been in that chop. That's why we don't enter in the chop, even though we could make out with some plays. It's just not worth it, right? Like although here it worked out, here it worked out, but that's okay, man. Don't be sorry for that. All right, look at the likes coming in. I appreciate all of that. Thank you so much. But yeah, back to trading. Again, we're still in that range that I drew out, right from our resistance level to the 200 EMA. We've been bouncing back and forth. Obviously, I'm not going to be taking any trades if the price is going to continue in between this range. It does not fit my profile, does not fit any of my strategies for trading, so I will not be getting in. Waiting for it to break through either the resistance level or support of the 200 EMA. Then finally we can make a move. If not, then it's just like we might have to call it a day. Chuck, that's honestly the best thing to do, right? You saw me yesterday when I forced, I didn't force a trade. I kind of just kept getting in, even though I said it was in the range and I might get burned. And I guess I kind of did force it without wanting to, and that really burned me because I ended up losing a little bit yesterday. So it's like, any luck finding the 2 EMA indicator? No, unfortunately not, Enzo. I'm trying to see if anyone else has it because I know private people build some stuff as well. Because like they have 2 EMAs that they just put up by itself and you can just select, but it's the same thing as you putting 2 separate EMAs and putting it on, right? So I'm trying to see if there is an alert system for it. So I will try to figure that out for you. Got another new subscriber. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hey Bruno, how's it been, man? It's been a while. Do you know if there's a kind of delta on NinjaTrader? I believe NinjaTrader does have delta. You just have to go through one of their indicators. Just type in cumulative delta. If not, then just shoot them a quick email, and they should tell you where you can find it. I haven't used NinjaTrader, so let me see if I can Google that right now. So it should be on volumetric bars and volume profiles in NinjaTrader. Here, I'll send you a link from NinjaTrader's website real quick. It's been a hard week, man. Hopefully it gets better next week. Honestly, if you want to chat in the Discord, let me know. We can review your trades if you want to. Here's a link to the NinjaTrader page where it talks about the cumulative delta on there and how you can add it. I think you have to have NinjaTrader 8 maybe. But yeah, if any of you want to talk about your trades that happen or you just want to do a little review, I'm more than happy to sit with you guys on Discord and chat about it. Just send me a screenshot of the trade that you got into and then the reason why, and then we can talk about why it was a good play, or if you were in the right, or if you should have considered some other factors into it. Jeff J. Michael Chin learned from Pat's Trading. He has a lot more videos on YouTube. I've never heard of Pat's Trading. Let me see who that is. Right now we are ranging, so we got time on our hands, right? Two-legged pullback is from Pat's. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'll check it out. I mean, obviously I can't play the videos right now because I'm on stream, but I mean, two-legged pullbacks are just like a chart pattern, right, guys? Like, it's not something like special to one person. So it's like any of these guys can talk about it. It's just how they explain it, right, and how well the person viewing their content can understand it as well. Seems like he's really talking about like mainly price action stuff. You know, he's just throwing trend lines out, looking for pennants. I'm just watching his like video titles and everything just right now on the screen just to see what his basis is on trading. Seems like he's a pure price action trader. Cool. Oh, he is, and he explained the stuff better than Michael. The lawsuit was from him. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know YouTube were just going after other people for a well-known strategy, right? Maybe he stole something right off of his thing. Jeff J, do you know exactly why he sued him, or do you not know? Yeah, I still have to check out more of the Brian Watts videos. You guys keep talking about him, so I will check that out. There are a lot of people out there. It's just understanding which ones are good people, which ones are bad people. Guys, the cumulative delta on this one is looking pretty good. But obviously, per my rule right now, I just don't want to get in on this chop. I want it to break out of this area until I get into a trade. So I will have to stay put. I don't care if, you know, it is a profitable one because it's like it's about being disciplined. You bought Pat's service before calling themselves pros? Okay. Oh, that's interesting. They're using other people's alerts. I guess that's the easy way of taking it out, right? But you'll get caught for it like they did. Yeah, Chuck, I've watched him before. He's the guy that's in, he just like interviews people, right? Just check the 200 tick chart, you will see perfection. Okay, definitely check that out. Unless you're talking about the micros 200 tick chart that we have it. So this is the 200 tick chart for the micros. Yeah, I've seen his videos. I've seen the people that he's interviewed. I found that to be pretty interesting. I even signed up for a couple of them just to see what they're actually just about. I just wanted to try it out, and I saw okay, one guy was like selling options alerts or whatever, and I was like, okay, let me see how well these play out. And it's like they might play out for him, but for a lot of people entering right after him, because you have to pretty much wait for his live alerts, right? So like then it's like, eh, you're not really gonna get filled at the same price. If he exits that fast, like you're not getting filled immediately, and you just end up losing money on your options. Want me to zoom out? Okay. What am I looking for, Dragon? Tick means trade. Yeah, it's how many contracts are moving back and forth. Okay, so sell upper band, buy lower band. Okay. I mean, yeah, it does work pretty well. I will give you that. We're looking at it. Let's see how well it goes back and forth. It was nice here, nice here. Kind of just reminds me of like the Bollinger Bands. This is the envelopes. This was purely Dragon's thing. That's what he told me about it. So he would have to clarify. I'm not gonna try to say I know something when I don't. This is pretty interesting. Not gonna lie. I will have to sit and backtest it for a while to see how well it works out. But we have been ranging, right? Pushing back and forth. Let me go back to my regular charts real quick. Again, we're just in that range consolidation right now, so it's like gotta be careful. But obviously this delta play would have worked out, right? Low is 33.4150. Here, 39.50 was a low already. So that 1 point would have been filled. The 1 minute and the 5 minute charts sometimes have long bars. Slicing charts differently? I don't know what that means. Yeah, the delta play on this one would have worked out purely, but again, why didn't I get in? Because it was just chopping around and it wasn't worth my risk profile. So that's why. So when I set the bracket, T-Flynn, it's gonna be I'm going for 1 point, but I just set the stop at 3 points, but then I manually move it as the candle progresses, right? Just because I wanted to give it that breathing room. But most of the times when I enter these delta plays, I get filled pretty immediately in the next minute. So if it's like taking more than a minute, that's when I start like moving it down. I mean, TradingView is still growing, right? It's still fairly new compared to like all these other guys. They focus mainly on charting and like the appearance and not too much on the actual trade execution aspect. So that's the biggest difference. And I think down the line they will get there because what they do is mainly they give I think they have like a Reddit page or some other page where people put in what they want and people vote on it and then they attack stuff by by the most demand, which I thought was really cool because they're giving the people exactly what they want. I really, if TradingView gets brackets, man, I will pretty much just move everything onto TradingView. Like that's the only thing that's still keeping me on Trade of 8. Hard sell on NQ. Let's check it out. See, let's pretty much NQ got the alert. Maybe ES might find out. Here, I'll pull up the NQ charts real quick. NQ got the alert at 11:13.71. Hit level 1, take profit. So obviously your stop should be a break even. It just hit level 2 as well, so your stop should actually be at level 1 right now. So you're always in profit. Already be in profit of like 29 ticks. Yeah, Chuck. I have a TradeStation account. I use that mainly just for stocks, and then the TradeOvate account I use for futures. But we have to understand, like all these guys, like every single charting platform has their drawbacks because they can't have every single feature. So it's gonna take them time before they adapt to everything. Like Thinkorswim, like when I look at Thinkorswim, I'm like, what is this? I'm not a fan of Thinkorswim. I understand it's like a nice platform. There are a lot of tools that come with it, but at the same point, it's a bit confusing to understand at the beginning. So we'll see how this alert plays out on the NQ, right? Obviously, I haven't been trading the NQ. I got burned on it a couple of times. I kind of just want to step away from it. Just want to stick with the ES. So we'll see. But you'd still be in profit for 30 points NQ right now because you move your stop up to level 1. Regardless of what happens, you can just let it ride out to level 3. Or take it out at level 2, right? Even from level 2, that's a nice profit. Like 60 points. Yeah, Thinkorswim does crash a lot, so that is a big concern. They do have some tools that I will, because like some people provide some nice custom tools that I am a fan of, but yeah. What are 200 EMA? Again, we're just bouncing off of that again, right? So it's like if it's not breaking down, it's really good at it. Doesn't that go for everything, right? Yes, is falling off. Okay. But yeah, for all the new people watching, obviously just make sure, like, if you're very new to trading or just want to learn, I do have that free course down below that you guys can check out, and join us on Discord. We can always chat. And I said, if you guys want me to take a look at the trades that you guys took, just send me a screenshot of the trade that you took and why you took it, and then we can talk about like why that process was right. I'll give you my opinion on it, and then from there you can just use it as you would like. And yeah, we can go from there. But I think for today, I might just call it a day because, it's still in that same range. It's been in here for a while. Also, I'm getting very hungry today, so it's like I kind of just want to lunch. Um, we have 200 in profit. I'll come back maybe after lunch. We'll see if I can find anything. If not, I'll just walk away from the computer for the day. Enjoy the rest of my day. But yeah, hopefully, if you guys are trading, again, I wish you the best. Bring in the profits, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a nice day, guys. Peace out.